Hi, Kevin Coupe here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy. So, over the past couple of months, I know I've mentioned a few times that I was going to the dentist, and I thought I would tell you a little bit more about this experience because I think there's a pretty good business lesson in there. First of all, and I think I've said this before, I am deathly afraid of dentists. I mean, I really hate dentists. And a part of this is because in my past life, I've been to a couple of butchers, one named Goldman, another one named Stein. And whenever I think of either of them, I think of they should be running down the street of the New York jewelry district with an old woman behind one of them going, Zell, Zell, Zell. Yeah, they were just awful. And so because they were so awful, I have been known to go 4, 5, 6, 7 years or so between cleanings. One of the things I hate worst in the world is the idea of going to the dentist. And the thing is, I've been okay. It's been okay because I've been pretty lucky. I have pretty decent teeth. I haven't needed the kind of work that some folks need. But there was one issue, and that issue had to do with one of my front teeth, and that tooth is a cap. And the reason I've had a cap since I was a kid, right? I remember as a kid, I was lying on the living room floor, right? And I was reading the newspaper, and my younger brother threw a slipper at me, God knows why. I ducked, hit my tooth, snapped one of them in half. God, it makes me wince just to think about it. They had to take me, and the doctor had to put a cap on it. Now, I think I've had that cap probably for something like 40 years or more. I may at some point in my 20s have had it replaced, but I have no memory of that. And maybe it's a mental block because I'm so about the dentist. But anyway, it's gotten to the point over all these years, at my age, and the problem was, my teeth changed color over time. And that cap, because it was temporary, it was artificial, didn't change color. And it became more and more and more obvious that it didn't really belong in my mouth. And I sort of adapted to over time. I knew it, but I really didn't want to deal with it. It was going to the dentist. And I sort of adapted to it by not really smiling with my mouth open very much. I would generally kind of smile with my mouth closed or not show very much tooth, and because I was very sensitive about it. Anyway, Mrs. Content Guy, sort of knowing how sensitive I was both about my smile and going to the dentist, saved up her money. And a couple months ago said to me, gave it to me as a present and said, I want you to go get your smile back, which is an unbelievably sweet thing to do. So I went to her dentist, and this is a guy, Dr. Colin Peck in Connecticut. He's a good guy, and he's sort of worked with me before. I haven't been good about going to him, but he's understood my phobia, and he's kind of worked with me and been really kind of gentle and prescribed drugs for me, and even to get a cleaning, I sometimes need to take a Xanax the night before, a Xanax before I go to the appointment, and then they give me gas, and I can get through it that way. Somebody has to come pick me up. It's not a good idea for me to get myself home, but I can sort of function. I don't write a lot after those appointments, but I can sort of function. And on this one, he really worked with me, and he was, he was terrific. And he worked with this tooth, and he got it right, and he put a temporary in. He's been working to get the color, and he's been doing a little bleaching to make sure everything kind of works. And listen, when I first went in, man, my heart is pounding and my stomach is tied in knots. But as time has gone on through these appointments, it's gotten better and better, and I've been able to deal with it. And quite frankly, right now I can smile. It's really cool because you can't really tell that it's fake. And a little bit more work to do, but we're almost there. But it's gotten to the point where I went earlier this week. I didn't need drugs. I didn't even need gas. That wasn't very much work, and if we were doing anything more substantial, I probably would have. But I went to the dentist without any pharmaceutical aids, and that was an enormous step for me. And I think this is a great business lesson, because all of our customers have, if not phobias, they have worries, they have concerns. They're not necessarily as comfortable with things as we would need them to be. And if we work with them, if we listen to them, we show a little compassion, if we have customer service cultures that aren't just talk, but they're actual action, we live up to the promises we make, we can help our customers over these phobias, help them over these concerns, and actually make them better customers. I know when this all gets done, I've got to go to the dentist every 6 months to get my teeth cleaned and make sure I'm taking care of my teeth the way I need to. Something I'm okay with that. And at 57, I'm finally manning up about going to the dentist. And I have Dr. Peck to thank for that, because he helped me through it. I also have Mrs. Content Guy to thank for it, because she decided it was time for me to get my smile back. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this Thursday morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.